worlds collide. When worlds collide. Dude, this is not professional. I don't know where my light went. Like, I was trying to find my light because it's so dark over here. I don't know where my light went. I used to have a circle light for recording, and I don't know what I did with it. And also, I think that, like, I think I should move the camera, like, right in front of me so I can actually look at it. But I don't know, maybe it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I did a 2-hour stream yesterday, so I think I'm gonna do a 2-hour stream today. I'd really like to talk to CEO, but you know, he's ducking and dodging me, so it's whatever. You know, I didn't really care anyways. So to get back into the writing, I think that I'm going to just be going hard. What is this? This is 14, so this needs to be 14 too. I'm just gonna be streaming. You know, it's just something that I'm just gonna do now. Whenever I feel like writing, I'm just gonna stream. And I think that's probably the best way to just do it. I was getting some writing in, so I think yesterday I stopped like at this paragraph or something. So I started writing this, and then I started writing this, and then I was like, oh, I should just stream it. There's no reason not to. As far as where I'm at, I think that that's a good intro. I don't really think I need any more intro. I wish that my computer is not my computer is not good enough for me to like stream and have Discord open, or stream and have like music in the background. I could try it, but like it'd literally be hold on, let me flex. I could try it, but I think it'd just slow my computer down, because I was gonna have some Gregorian chants in the background. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's gonna be so bad. Yeah, like my computer's maxing out right now, bro. See, I don't know if it's worth it. Like, having Gregorian chants would obviously be good, but... And I don't know how loud it would be. Especially if y'all can hear it twice. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard, though, honestly. Hold on. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Okay, let me calm it down. Okay, but see, again, I'd have to put my, hold on, I'll put my AirPods in. I don't know if this will work at all, but we're gonna try it. Try it on the fly. I highly doubt that this will work. Dude, like, my computer's literally just gonna crash. My computer's gonna crash. Wait. Advanced audio properties? Or properties, yes, properties. Find my stereo. Okay, so yeah, you should be able to hear it and hear me and it not be doubled. Gregorian chants, let's go. Alright, so we'll close that down. My computer's probably gonna crash. So whenever that finishes, we should be chilling. Just turn it down a little bit. I don't know if that turns it down for y'all or not. That should be good though. Let me, advanced audio properties. Before we continue, let me monitor my output. See, I think that's good. There's nothing that, yeah. And I can hear myself. But see, it's not very loud at all now. I might have to up the decibels. Up the decibels. What, like 5 decibels? I can't even hear myself. we'll see how that is. I don't know. I guess I could check my phone and see, like, I could check my phone and see the stream. I want to make sure everything's good, you know. Let's go. The fucking emojis popped up. Let's go. Tap in, famo. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. Tap in, famo. Everybody get to work. We gotta go harder for real. We gotta go harder for the glory of God. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. To be honest with you, the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and we have to go harder for the glory of God. Can I sit back like this and I'm still in the camera frame? I am. All right, so let's get into it. Henry Fairfield Osborne wrote in From the Greeks to Darwin how evolution has popped up in all of these different cultures over time. Of course, atheists do not believe in the supernatural, but it's my opinion that a supernatural entity has, what's a word, like populated, has introduced these ideas, has inorganically introduced these ideas. Has inorganically introduced these ideas. They, however, have not been able to take a foothold because of the limitations of the times. Only when the television and internet, probably. But then should I just group them all together and say something like only when mass media was created were these ideas able to be spread so effectively. Boom. Only when mass media was created were these ideas able to be spread so effectively. Simply indoctrinating the masses was not enough. They needed to prove their worldview and ideology. They needed proof of their system. Also, it just occurred to me, I think I should make these from here to here, and then from here to, from here to here. I should make the inside not bold. Don't get me wrong, I like the bold, but I should make the inside of the chapters not bold. I think that's actually a little easier on the eyes. Okay, boom. Yeah, that's good. Because then this follows as well. Maybe I should even make the parts not bold. Italics. What's up with that? Not bold italic parts. Okay. They needed proof of their system, and it also brings it closer together. So they needed proof of their system. Whether you believe in the moon landing or spaceships or not. What should I say? Instead of getting too specific, because if you discount what's it called? If you discount the moon landing or like globe Earth, if you discount all of that shit, then people will just like kind of see you as crazy. So I don't want to say those like just right off the bat. So I should say like whether you believe in these maybe like experiments, or like whether you believe in these whether you believe in the evidence or not. But I'm not trying to get you to believe in the evidence. I'm trying to get you to question the validity of the evidence. Whether you believe in the validity of the evidence or not completely determines whether you believe in the total ideology. Yeah, that's good. Because I want this to be an apologetic book, and I want this to be a book which converts any atheist. So having those two strands come together is like the most important aspect. And the thing that you have to realize is whenever you're talking to atheists or anybody like that, is that they, just to be completely explicit, they believe in evolution and scientism and trust the science, believe the science. They believe in all of that because of the moon landing, because of spaceships, because of globe Earth, because of all of that. So if you attack that directly, if you break out that foundation, then they have no reason to believe in evolution. And same thing with particularly evolution. If you break out the foundation of evidence for evolution, then they have no reason to believe in evolution and they stop believing in it. Also, the white balance is so off. I guess it's trying to make me brighter so that I'm actually able to be seen. So whatever. All right. Completely determines whether you believe in the total ideology. I won't dive into every piece of evidence for the atheist scientism. Piece of foundational. But they are fossils, carbon dating, moon landing, globe Earth. And also, like, once you realize, like, look, I don't want to be like a flat earther or a globe earther. That's my point. My point is that you will never know. Like, you'll never be able to know whether it's a globe earth or a flat earth. You'll never be able to know it. So you either take it on faith that it's a globe earth and you trust the science, or you don't. And if you don't take it on faith, then you're kind of left in this like middle position of indifference. But the globe earthers will like crucify you as if you're a flat earther. Whenever you're just saying, don't believe the science, don't blindly trust the science, because there's no reason to. So fossils, carbon dating, moon landing, globe Earth, and it's things like that. Space exploration, and it's things like that I guess I could just say the overall science. I could just say the overall science of astrology instead of space exploration. Scientific sense. But it's that like that whole dichotomy where they're trying to get you to make a stance on anything. And if you don't make a stance, like, that's how you know that they need to believe this. And it's funny whenever atheists say that, like, you're like a dogmatist. They say that, like, you have to believe in dogma. They say that, oh, well, you believe in Sky Daddy and you have to do everything that Sky Daddy says. They believe in science, and they cannot be open-minded about science. They cannot be open-minded about science. It must be taken as fact that evolution is real. It must be taken as fact that the Earth is a globe. It must be taken as fact that space is real. It must be taken as fact that carbon dating and the Earth is 6 billion years old, or 36 billion years old, whatever the age of the time is. And so these things must be taken as fact. And once you start to attack that, you start to just rip out these ideologies. And what I'd like for any Christian to do, which I don't think there's anybody listening to me right now, but what I'd like for any Christian to do, anybody that's wanting to grow as a person, don't hold these ideas in your mind. Don't allow them to take root, because they are the worst ideas that you can hold. Like self-improvement, personal accountability, shit like that, stoicism, those are some of the best ideas you can hold. And evolution, scientism is some of the worst ideas you can hold. So don't allow it to take root. Simply indoctrinating the masses was not enough. They needed to prove their worldview and ideology. They needed proof for their system. For is better than of there. Whether you believe in the validity of the evidence or not completely determines whether you believe in the total ideology. I won't dive into every piece of foundational evidence for the atheist scientism, but they are fossils, carbon dating, moon landing, globe earth, and astrology in the scientific sense. And also, whenever you get into carbon dating shit, people are gonna think I'm like, oh, you haven't gone to college for 12 years, so you can't talk about carbon dating. Once you get that idea out of your head too, like that, and I mean, I'm gonna attack that in this book, but once you get the idea that, like, scientists are the only people that can have an opinion on certain things, like, that's another area of attack that, Satan has used to indoctrinate the masses. Like, you can only have an opinion on abortion if you're a woman. You can only have an opinion on science if you're a scientist. You can only have an opinion on cars if you drive a car. It's fucking retarded. I don't want to assert that all of these are invalid. I want you to think on a higher level and realize that whether they are valid or not determines whether you believe in these higher ideas or not. Because this is an a priori analysis of evolution. This is an a priori analysis where you take a step back without the argument. You take a step back not within the argument, you take a step back without the argument. And so you say that, so you look at the argument. It's the same as like, oh, well, they get money from, promoting these ideas. They get money from, doing studies and being scientists and shit like that. And then there's nefarious intentions. And once you realize that there's nefarious intentions to promote these things, then you can start to realize that, okay, maybe they have other goals than the truth. And many people don't think that. Like many atheists that you'll find a bunch of like anti-government, communist, anti-fascist atheists, and they'll say that like, oh, the government put crack in the 90s, or put crack in the black communities in the 80s. They'll say that the government did all of these bad things. And then they'll say, and the only area of government that is not corrupt is science. They'll think that like the only area of American government that is not, that does not have conspiracy theories, the only area of government that does not, is not completely controlled, and the only area of government that you can trust is the science. It's like, come on, dude. This is not a consistent ideology. So I'll put that on top of this analysis. You must also consider the intentions to push this ideology onto the population of the modern world. Dude, I love writing. I'm literally a writer. I'm gonna go piss real quick, but I'll be back. Listen to some Gregorian chants. I think I need to stretch. In case there's anybody listening to this stream right now, which I don't think there is, but in case there is anybody listening to the stream, I want this stream to be a productivity stream. If you are watching this stream and doing nothing, you're kind of fucking up. Like, I want you to do something. You know, I don't want you to just watch this stream and waste your life. I'm working hard to do something. I'm trying to do something here, and I don't want you to just do nothing. I want you to try and do your own thing. Whether you watch the stream while you're doing it or not doesn't matter to me. I want you to try some type of work that will better your life, some type of work that will put your labor more in line with the rewards, and truly think about that. And if you need any ideas, I think in my Discord, I've got like a list of a bunch of skills and things that you can do to, better yourself. Things that you can do to actually like put your work more in line. Put your production more in line with the, with the rewards. Because we don't have much time. We don't have much time. Whether you think Christ is coming back soon or not, which I don't, by the way, I do not think Christ is coming back soon. But whether you think that Christ is coming back soon or not, or you think that the country is getting worse, you have to realize that you never have as much time as you think you do. Time is always going away, and the more time you waste doing nothing, the worse it is for you. So like the reason why I'm doing the stream is not to be a I shall speed type person. I'm not trying to be an I shall speed type person. I'm not trying to be an XQC. I'm trying to help people do more work. I'm trying to help people take advantage of the time that they have. Let's get back to writing. On top of this analysis, you must also consider the intentions to push this ideology onto the population of the modern world. These ideas started in the these ideas started. Academies. And was halted from being pushed onto the children. Then, once they had proof of their system, the laws that halted it were, I guess, like torn up is the best word, torn up. It was a constant effort to make these ideas mainstream. You can read Freemasonic literature. You can read Freemasonic literature, starting with the fact that Charles Darwin's brother, I think it's his older brother, I think it's either his older brother or his grandfather. I'm gonna put grandfather. Is a respected individual in Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Or how Albert Pike wrote about using scientific atheism to subvert the population. I would advise against doing these because of the supernatural effects it has on your soul, but there was not good intentions with this ideology. You don't even have to look farther than the money that is received not even including the university and academia grants, the books, the cost of schooling books, the subsidies the schooling system receives. Oh yeah, also that's something else I want to point out. Also, every time I go on like a mini rant, I just check the live chat, so if you're in there, I can see it. But something else I want to point out is a coherent ideology is not present within the atheist mindset. I mentioned that earlier. Whenever you look at like, oh, all of these forms of government or all of these areas of government have been corrupted except science, especially considering science was the most corrupted. 1940s, a bunch of Nazi Germans came over and created the like a science apparatus that we know today. And whether you say that it was Nazi Germany or you say that it was Jews, doesn't really matter. And so another area that I want to point out in that the atheist mindset falls apart with, which I'm about to write out, is the fact that, like, they will say that the schooling system was made for you. The schooling system was made for you to be a, like, slave. Like, they'll say it was set up in the Prussian era, and that all it does is force you to be a worker, etc., etc. But then they won't apply that to the things that the school teaches. Like they'll apply it to how the school teaches, but they won't apply it to the things the school teaches. The things that the school teaches you also makes you a Zog slave. The things that the school teaches you also makes you like a robot. And one of those things is obviously evolution. The other thing is the teaching of history that is heavily edited, and you know, even like mathematics is taught in a slave mindset. So it's just not coherent. You know, they don't apply it all the way, and of course they don't. And I'll get into that later. But at the end of this chapter, I'll get into why it's never applied all the way. Okay. So you don't even have to look at the university and academia grants, the cost of schooling, the cost of schooling books, the cost of school books, the subsidies the schooling system receives go no further than the subsidies that the government grants to scientific research every year. And this is things like NASA, and I said this last time, a lot of studies are done in the universities and academia, but a lot of studies are also done in corporations. Like, corporations will create a research and development like area in their company. So things like Google, Facebook, Boeing, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, literally anywhere from tech to military to pharmaceutical companies, they will all create a research and development wing of their corporation, and they will claim that they're doing scientific research, and then they will get grants from the U.S. government. And this is just like free money. Like, it's insane, and it's to the tune of like billions of dollars a year. It's insane. And so that's what I want to point out here. You don't even have to look at all of the money that goes through the schooling system, right? Going all the way down to the very books. Like, you can look at the fact that Webster, the person who made the Webster Dictionary, the person who controls the Webster Dictionary, also got the rights to print every single other book that goes through the schooling system. There's also the fact that all of the books, whenever they allowed evolution to be taught in schools, how much money do you think that printed for the books? You know, whenever they I think it was 1958, 1968, something like that. In 1968, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned the laws that had been banned the teaching of evolution. So in 1968, whenever they finally overturned the laws that banned evolution, they needed books that taught evolution now. And so they printed books that taught evolution. What happened is, think about how many public schools there are in America. You know, if there's 10 public schools for every 100,000 people, you know, you're looking at, I mean, and that's just 10 for every 100,000, dude. You're looking at 100 for every million. You're looking at almost 300,000 or 30,000 public schools, and I think it'd be close to 300,000, wouldn't it? Or would it be 30,000? I don't know. Whichever one it is, it literally doesn't matter. you're looking at 50 million. You're looking at 50 million books that need to be reprinted to include evolution. 50 million books at $20-$30 a pop, which schooling books are not $20 to $30 a pop. They charge very much more. So you're looking at 50 million books, $30 a pop. Just think about how much money that is. And imagine that the government made a law. The government overturned a law. Who do you think lobbied to get that law overturned? Of course, it was the book printing people. And that's just the fact of the matter. So you don't even have to look at every single aspect like that. You don't have to look at the books, the pencils. You don't have to look at the fucking dry erase boards. You don't have to look at the contracting to build the public schools. You don't have to look at all of that to understand that there was nefarious intentions on part to get evolution overturned, because the main people who are pushing evolution, the schooling is not even a primary way that they push the evolution. The schooling is a way, is an avenue. The schooling is an avenue for their ideas. The main place that they cultivate the evolution mindset is these scientific research firms, is these government subsidized research firms. And so they create it there, and then they push it through the schools. And so look at the primary source. Don't look at the secondary source where they're pushing and getting all of the money. They're making it on both ends. They're making money from researching evolution, and then they're also making money from pushing it through the schools. The whole archaeology, the whole archaeology side of science is subsidized by the government and subsidized by these research firms, so that they can get more get more government grants, so that they can further prove evolution. And it's been going on for 60 years, and there's still a missing link crisis. They've been getting subsidized to prove evolution for 60 years, and they still haven't found anything. And then it's pushed onto the masses. It's such a it's so fucked. Okay. So we're going down here. Okay. So I think that's good enough. That's good enough to finish off evolution. I analyzed it within their system. I analyzed it without their system. Tangent 1, evolution, done. Time to go to tangent 2 now. Okay. Merge formatting, keep source formatting. Yeah, it's keep source formatting. Okay, so tangent 2, age of the world. And which way, how did it? I guess, yeah, I did do that. Oh, the touchpad sucks, dude. Tangent 1, evolution, part 1 within. Okay. Isn't it just, yeah, it's 14. Well, it's the same size. Yeah. Formatting sucks, dude. Part 1 within. Formatting sucks. And okay, boom. All right. Whew. And this is the thing. Evolution is not a standalone idea. The more cost of school books, the more foundational idea is the age of the world, and it's a whole separate topic. Evolution is built on the age of the world. I think I said this in yesterday's stream. Evolution depends on one, genes mutating or genes having a range of what's it called? Like a range that it can operate in. So that's the first idea that you need for evolution. The second idea that you need for evolution is the age of the world. If they have a range of operation, then over billions of years, that range will be increased, and that range will be pushed to the limits, and then it will create a whole new entity. It will create a whole new kind of animal. Am I Giga Chad yet? All right. So now I'm going to attack Age of the World directly. I might have to do some research. Yeah, so I'm going to do some research. I need to figure out what they said the age of the world was. Because if you notice, the age of the world changes like every 5 years. Every 5 years the world gets 60 million years older. This is something that Kent Hovind said, which is great. But in 1650, the Earth was 4,000 years old. In 1864, it was 100 million years old. In 1897, it was 40 million. So it lost a couple of years. It got younger. The age of the world got younger. But yeah. And then now it's currently 4.5 billion years. So the age of the world constantly changing is a more foundational piece to this whole mindset. And so I want to point out the absurdity to begin with. Which is that like every 5 years the age of the world gets 10 years 60 million years older. So I should probably do that. And I'm just going to use the Google. Was it in 1650? The age of the world was 4654 years old. And to be honest, that might even be accurate. Like literally. This is 12, isn't it? Yeah. 12, okay. In 1864, notice how much it changes. I'll use this one. In 1897, it was 40 million. We currently believe it to be about 4.5 billion years old. I'll put quotations. Clearly, scientism wasn't established in 1650, but on average, every year, the Earth gets... Okay, so what would that be? Fuck, I gotta do a calculator. I can pull out my calculator. Where'd my calculator go? Anybody else call it calculator? Anybody else say calculator? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna reach. Okay. Okay, so we'll use 1897. Yeah, we'll use 1897. So 4.5 billion, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I think that's billion, right? So that would be million. That would be billion. Okay, so I gotta delete one. So 4.5 billion minus 40 million. That leaves us with 4.46 billion. Then you divide that by 2023 minus 1897. So on average, every year the Earth gets 25 years older. Dude, every year the Earth gets 40 million years older. Science is so fucking great, dude, isn't it? We call that a scientific miracle. We call that a scientific miracle, bro. Bro, scientists proved that every single year the Earth gets 40 million years older. Clearly, scientism wasn't established in 1650. Using the numbers from 1897 to 2023, on average, every year the Earth gets 35 million years older. We call that a scientific miracle. And see, like I said yesterday, it's really good to attack them like this. We go evolution, a deeper, a more foundational idea behind evolution is the age of the world. Then we go the age of the world, a more foundational idea behind the age of the world is scientism. Then we attack scientism. And after we've deconstructed all of that, you know, within, without, within, without, after we've deconstructed all of that within, then we deconstructed all without. And we mentioned some things that, like socialization tactics. And also from scientism, we probably go democracy. Yeah. Like socialization tactics. And the real reason why atheists are atheists, they're not atheists because they think it's reasonable. They're atheists because they think that it is, or they're atheists because they want to be. Let me check my outline to make sure I've got that written down. Because if I don't have that written down, I need to write it down. I don't know how well you'll be able to see my outline. Let me see. It is also, yeah, it's going to be backwards. But book 1 against atheism. Oh, this is the, that's the heresy. Oh, I don't know if I have my outline here. Yeah, I don't think I have my outline on my phone. I think it's on, I guess I can pull it up here. Open, oh no, am I doxing myself? I literally am doxing myself, bro. Alright, nobody pay attention to that. There's nobody watching the stream, easy clap, okay. So, Contramundum draft. No, I need Contramundum, outline. Hey, yo! Alright, there we go. Oh, it's not. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Window capture. Shit's so dumb, bro. Okay. So here's the outline. So here's the outline. So against atheism, what atheism is, defining what it started as, first instance of atheism, catalyst of atheists today, bad experiences, trauma, blaming God, first instance of atheism in post-Christ history, defining what it is today, scientism, evolution, constant change, democracy, individualism, truth/nature of truth, naturalism, total materialism, necessary end of atheism, self-improvement. What atheism is against Christianity, atheism a priori. So, I should move this down here. And so then this needs to come back. We'll change list level. This needs to come back here. And then these need to come back one more too. So that's the outline. I'm obviously at this part. And I don't know, I started with evolution, then I went to what did I do? Yeah, age of the world. So evolution, age of the world, scientism, democracy, individualism, truth/nature of the truth, naturalism, total materialism. Let me edit this outline because I can put this in a way better. I can make this actually fit. I can make the outline fit the draft. Is what I'm trying to say. So evolution, age of the world, scientism, so then under scientism is all of these things. So under scientism is democracy, individualism, naturalism, total, and then under naturalism is total materialism. So I have to go even deeper than here. Okay, so then I can delete these, and then under naturalism and total materialism. Bro, my computer is so hot. But those Gregorian chants are hitting for real, bro. Necessary end of atheism. Truth/nature of the truth, necessary end of atheism, self-improvement. Yeah, so then that's a good way to do it. Scientism is built on democracy, it's built on individualism, and it's built on naturalism. And I plan to dissect all of it. Yeah. So that's my outline for the atheism part. I'll change the thing back to the draft, and we'll get back to writing. We call that a scientific miracle. Okay. The age of the world has obviously changed over time due to scientists discovering new information or new pieces of evidence. Oh my gosh, like I don't know if anybody's watching this or not, but do these Gregorian chants not hit, dude? Like they're so hard. So I'm just checking my phone. Bro, it literally sends me in a, it just feels so good to listen to Gregorian chants, bro. Like I wish that like churches still sung these, you know? because it sucks, like, how shitty Catholicism is nowadays compared to, like, what it used to be. It's so sad, dude. Like, think about the fact that you used to be able to go to like any church, and you would find like monks walking around, you would find priests walking around, you would find people singing Gregorian chants, you would find the choir there praising God, worshiping God. And now you go to like a Catholic church and there's just nobody there. Like, it's disgusting. And that it all has to do with this, and I plan to address all of that here. Or new pieces of evidence. So now, should I do my research to figure out why they thought it was 40 million, and then why they thought it was this and this and this? I guess I should, shouldn't I? Should I do my research and figure out why these things have changed over time? Like, what evidence did the scientists have to claim that it was 40 million? You know? The first day of creation was Sunday, October 23rd, 4004 BC. Wait, then that would make it 6,000 years. Dude, fuck this guy. This guy's so retarded, dude. This guy's so retarded. In 1650, are they fucking retarded? He stated that the first day of creation was 4004 BC. In 1650 AD, so you add them up. Oh my gosh, dude, do not trust journalists with anything, dude. Don't trust journalists with anything. Let me do the math myself. It's so, dude, how do you, oh my gosh, it's just 56, 54. Journalists is fucking retarded, dude. Don't trust these people. So fucking retarded, dude. What will be the best guess in the year 2050? Kelvin estimated the Earth's age by treating it as a sphere with molten rocks in its interior, gradually cooling by loss of heat from the surface. Like, these people are fucking retarded, dude. So it seems like they did it with Kelvin, with the heat, the theory of heat. Yeah. I took 4 years out of the university library, and in a fortnight I had mastered it. His first scientific paper under the pseudonym PQR was published the following year. The physics of heat remained a lifelong research focus for Kelvin. Yeah, so it was through the research of heat. Gradually cooling by loss of heat from the surface, he assumed that at the time of its creation, the Earth was at a uniform high temperature. As heat was radiated away from the surface, a gradient from the cooler surface to the hotter interior caused a flow of heat outwards. So the flow of heat, and then radioactive decay, and then carbon dating, I'm guessing. This technique is now our main method of dating rocks and fossils, yeah. A zircon crystal found in Western Australia has been dated to 4.37 billion years ago today. Wow. Moon rocks returned by the Apollo and Luna missions have been dated to a similar age. Radioactive decay has the same problems that carbon dating does. And it's funny how they never they never mention it. Also, I want to mention the radioactive decay. I want to mention the precision. Radioactive decay is a random process. Although the rate of decay for a specific radionuclide can be calculated from knowledge of the number of radioactive atoms and the half-life. Whenever you're not told these things, you kind of just have to accept them in fact. And this is how I know that, like, you know, like, university students cannot be trusted. Like, university students going to college for, you know, chemistry or whatever, they just can't be trusted. Because if they never think about these things, they'll never think about them. Like, it's as simple as that. They'll never be told about them. They'll never question the validity of their claims, and it relies on old knowledge to be able to dissect these things. So, reading up onto the precision. Are used in geochronology to establish the geologic timescale. Among the best known techniques are radiocarbon dating, potassium-argon dating, and uranium-lead dating. By allowing the establishment of geological timescales, it provides a scientific source of information about the ages of fossils and the deduced rates of evolutionary change. Radiometric dating is also used to date archaeological materials, including ancient artifacts. Different methods of radiometric dating vary in the timescale over which they are accurate and the materials to which they can be applied. I'm trying to figure out what the precision is. The accuracy and precision of the determination of an age in a nuclear depends on the accuracy and precision of the decay constant measurement. Right. Possible to increase precision of decay times. At the time of flight, PET needs sub-nanosecond timing for the interactions of the gammas within the detectors. It's insane. I'm trying to figure out, like I know carbon dating range from radioactive decay. The gradual, hold on, read this. Hear this. The gradual loss of radioactivity is measured in half-lives. Essentially, a half-life of a radioactive material is the time it takes one half of the atoms of a radioisotope to decay by emitting radiation. So we learned that in science. We learned that in high school, what a half-life is and all that. This time can range from fractions of a second to millions of years. Yeah. And I'm gonna in the book, I'm gonna get into all of the specific ways that radioactive decay is not reliable. So let's do that. The age of the world has obviously changed over time due to scientists discovering new information or new pieces of evidence. The first figure was given, and I'm I'm not quoting. You know what I mean? Like, fuck quoting, dude. Who actually gives a fuck about scientific rigidity? You know, who actually gives a fuck about being rigorous in our scientism? Okay, I'm not giving citations. I'm not putting this in HLMA format. Okay, fuck off. The first figure was given by a biblical scholar who added up all of the ages and dates from the Bible and figured the first day to be Sunday, October 23rd, 4004 BC. I think that's what it was, right? Let me see if I can go back. Dude, isn't Gregorian chant so fire? Yeah, Sunday, October 23rd, 4004 BC. Sunday, comma, October 23rd. (4004 BC). Okay. The article, I got this statement. I got the above statement. I should say, the above statement from added the years together and figured that 4004 plus 1650 equals 4654, which is why I added in parentheses. I should put it in brackets, yeah. In brackets, what 4004 plus 1650 actually is. Let's use our calculator to make sure that that is actually accurate. Like, unless I'm missing something. Like, unless I'm missing 1,000 years. 4,004 years before Christ. 1650 years in the year of our Lord. 1,650 years in the year of our Lord. There's got to be a way in the years of our Lord. There's got to be a better way to say that. You add those together. Where am I losing? Where did he lose 1,000 years? Did he mistype? Did he not proofread the fucking article? Whatever. The article I got and figured that 4004 plus 1650 equals 4654, which is why I added in brackets what 4,000 actually is. Today, that figure would be why do I keep turning this off? 4004 plus 2023, 6027, 6,000 years old. Okay. The second figure comes from, what was his name? Something Kelvin? Probably like Stuart Kelvin or something like that. Dude, the Gregorian chants go so hard. William Thompson. Search. First Baron Kelvin. Bro, he was born in 1824, died in 1907. Whenever you realize like how new science is, like literally 200 years ago, scientism did not exist. It's fucking crazy, dude. This whole idea of like, this whole idea of like atheist nihilism, scientism didn't even exist, dude. First Baron Kelvin. I don't get it. The Lord Kelvin. Why are they calling him the Lord Kelvin? President of the Royal Society? What the fuck is the Royal Society? Of the Society's Council? What? That's insane. Okay, whatever. William Thompson, I think his name was. Yeah, William Thompson. Who used heat disbursement. He assumed the outer crust of the earth was a certain he assumed the outside of the crust, he assumed the outer crust of the earth was a certain I should just put sane. Is disbursement not a word? I literally just read it, bro. Bro, stop fucking with me. I just read it. Make great advances when... Okay, fuck off. Yeah, the loss of heat. Was a certain uniform temperature. As heat was radiated away from the surface of a gradient from the cooler surface to the hotter interior, caused a flow of heat outwards. The flow of heat is governed by the thermal diffusion equation derived by Fourier. Using measurements of the increase of temperature with distance below ground and knowledge of thermal conduction rates for various rocks, Kelvin was able to solve this equation and produce an estimate of the time that had elapsed since the temperature of the spherical Earth was uniform. Thermal conductivities and specific heats of rocks, he gave a range from 20 to 400 million years. One of Kelvin's staunchest opponents was Carlo, whatever the fuck. Okay. Who used heat loss to measure the age of the Earth. He assumed that the outer crust of the Earth was a certain uniform temperature, and over time and where it is today, he gave a range from 20 to 400 million years, eventually settling on 40 million. You can still do this experiment today and get the same answer. The third figure comes from radioactive dating, taking the bow. I need to get some Gregorian chants trap music. Do you think they got it? Let me see. Gregorian chant drill music. Orthodox folklore choir / drill. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. UK drill type beat Gregorian, dark Gregorian choir instrumental. Ain't no way. All right, let's hear it. This one has the most views. Oh no, it doesn't even. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. Add to queue, and then add to queue. Okay, this has a lot of views. Let's see it. 1.6 million. Dude, my computer is fucking melting, dude. Holy. Dude, my computer's like literally overheating. Save. Comes from radioactive dating. Taking the radioactive decay of different isotopes over time and figuring out the to be honest, like my computer being this hot, my laptop being this hot, kind of scares me. I might take a break. I might call it here. Finish off the radioactive isotopes some other time, and then come back. I don't know how often I'll do these streams, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing these streams for real. All right, cool. Anybody watching? I'll see y'all later. Adios.